the best interview in the house coming up right now. And all of the rest have been fantastic. But I have, you may have heard about her from last summer. She is an Olympic gold medalist from Rio. She's an Olympic silver medalist from Rio. She happened to win Dancing with the Stars last season. She has her own book out already, and this is all at 16 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, Laurie Hernandez! Oh, what fabulous book are you reading?
Oh, wait a minute, so like this is your book.
Hello, look at that. Hello, fellow author.
Hi!
Laurie Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we are going to do a sock talk, as we do in the book. And this all started because Lynn Olzawi, who's my awesome producer who shot all the sock talks, our first sock talk was Mia Hamm and Alex Morgan, two soccer players, not gymnasts, sorry, Laura. And she said, how would you want to shoot this? And I said, certainly not like the formal sit-downs we normally do. And she goes, how would you do it? I go, we'd have our feet up, shoes off, socks on. She goes, and I said, and a beer in our hand. She goes, let's shoot it without the beer, socks up, let's go. And that's how we started Sock Talk. So thank you for doing a sock talk with me.
I love sock talk.
Yeah, thank you. It's very comfortable.
It really is. I as a gymnast, we're barefoot all the time, so this is very comforting to
It's
me.
very natural. I'm trying to make things comfortable for you, Laurie.
Thank
I
you.
know everyone wants to talk Rio. I want to talk Dancing with the Stars, okay? I don't know if you guys have seen clips of Laurie. If you didn't watch it, I wanted to show you a clip. We actually have a clip. You have to check this out because this is unbelievable. Steven, can you roll this clip, darling? And it should come.
Favorite part right here.
Huh?
Killed my partner.
Look at that.
Laurie and Val from Chicago and our backup
From
dancers.
Chicago, too. I watched that and I was like, good God. By the way, Dancing with the Stars is on ABC on Monday night at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central. Seriously, did you know you were that good when you started this?
No, actually, my dad looked at me the other day and he said, I know you love to dance, and I know that like in gymnastics, floor was your favorite event because you love dancing, but I didn't know you could dance that well. And it's just, like, my parents totally believed in me, but, like, secretly it was, like, holding this underlying love for dancing, and I got to show that, which was awesome.
And you had never done any formal dance training because you could be a professional dancer.
I'd love to be a professional dancer.
Really?
But I mean, it was so much fun, and I got to learn from the best. It's like we had professional dancers teaching us how to ballroom dance, and that was like a dream come true. So.
And Simone Biles, I don't know if you guys have been watching, Simone Biles is now on it. What advice? And she's rocking it as well.
Yes.
This is a gymnast thing, clearly. Good thing soccer players aren't really on it very often. Because that would be ugly. You would not want to see that, Laurie.
I do want to see it.
You do not.
I do. You want to dance with me?
What advice did you give Simone?
I actually told her to wear socks with her heels so that way she doesn't get blisters while she's training. That's right.
And did she listen to you?
I hope so. Otherwise, she's gonna have a lot of blisters on her feet.
Did you just say you wanted to give me dance lessons? Did I just
I
hear
asked,
that?
I asked if
Does
you wanted
anyone
to
want to
dance
see
with me.
Simone dance? Because I would never ask her to dance on stage. I wouldn't do something like that. I mean, Laurie. Does anyone want to see Laurie dance?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh,
Or-
you have to dance with me.
Oh, no, I don't do that, Laurie.
What?
Okay, yeah, okay. All right.
Okay, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
What dance are we doing?
Yeah, you teach me.
Okay, so,
I'm really good
Okay.
with, like, these kind of dances.
do the worm. I can't do the worm. I have a microphone on. But, okay.
Thank God.
So, we'll salsa. So, it's left foot forward.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's forward, and then back, and then your right foot back.
Okay.
And then you kind of just move your arms to, like... Yeah!
What about my head?
You can do whatever you want with your head.
How am I doing?
No, I'm good. That was great. See, you could be on Dance with the Stars.
All right, I got a future. I got a future. Okay, on to Rio. You win gold in Rio with the team event. And correct me if I'm wrong with the lingo, but you had just started competing in the senior elite division, meaning she was just old enough to be eligible to compete with the big gals in Rio, right?
Yes.
So how nerve-wracking was that whole experience? I mean, you're 16 heading over with that awesome group of women, and you rock a gold and a silver over there.
Well, it was extremely nerve-wracking. I think all of the girls that were with me, they had either gone to a world championship or an Olympics previously. And so they were telling me, look, it's going to be very, very loud. And I was like, yeah, like I've been in loud meets before. I'm so ready. I'm so excited. And they said, you're going to feel really nervous, but you just have to take a deep breath. And I was just like, guys, I'm good. I'm good. And as soon as I walked into that arena, my heart stopped. And they had to like remind me to breathe, and we were all just kind of there for each other, telling each other, like, okay, don't change a thing, don't overdo it, don't underdo it. And so that played a really big role.
Yeah. Can we just talk about the balance beam for a second as well? That thing stresses me out.
It stresses me out too.
You don't look like you're stressed out.
Thank you.
I'm a wreck watching it.
Actually, there's a picture of my parents somewhere. I'm on the balance beam, and my dad's like this, and my mom is like this. And you can just see their eyes are so big. But watching it is definitely a lot more stressful than actually doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a parent, right? I didn't know Laurie before today, and I'm watching you do it, and I'm like a wreck.
Aww.
Going, you're going to be okay, sister.
Well, I think
I can't even imagine your parents.
Watching it probably sucks because, doing it, you control what you do. When you're watching, you can't control what the other person is doing. That's like, when you watch a scary movie and you're like, don't go into the kitchen, there's someone there. Well, like, they don't know that, but you do. So, yeah, it's all about what you control and just having faith in the other person, I guess.
So when you're on the balance beam, right, and you're looking at, how many inches is it?
4.
4. Oh, 4.
It's about
4 inches.
This big.
So when you're looking at that 4 inches and you got to land it, like what goes through your mind? Walk me through that.
So every gymnast is different. I mean, one of the keys to beam, which throws a lot of people off guard, is actually looking at it. I remember I've been able to like go to a lot of gyms and kind of tell girls like, I don't know, tips and tricks and whatnot. And I said, how many of you see the beam? And they said, one said, I don't really look for it. One girl said, I do it with my eyes closed because I'm so scared. I said, that's a very bad idea. But it's like,
hope it's just there when I land.
Like, it's not a good idea. You only have 4 inches to work with. But seeing the beam is something that helps me tremendously. And also, I do gymnastics by rhythm. And so being able to hear my feet hit the beam at a certain rhythm every single time, it kind of reminds me that everything is okay in a way.
Mm. So. What was the best part of that whole experience in Rio?
Ooh, I think being able to get team gold and stand on the podium with the girls, because it's like we had worked so hard for this moment. I mean, I'd been doing gymnastics for 11 years, and I'm 16 now, so that's like a big chunk of my life. And being able to go out there and just give it my all and understand that all the hard work that I've had has paid off, along with everybody else who's beside me, it means a lot. And seeing like the flag go up in the corner and hearing the national anthem, it has a whole new meaning to me now. So.
Were you guys belting it out on the podium?
No, I mean, secretly I think we would have if it wasn't the Olympics. I think we would have been like,
us, Laura. You got to do it next time.
Next time I will.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that group. I mean, the final 5, as it was called in the end. What you said, standing together with the teammates, and it seems like with gymnastics, it can be such an individual sport, of course.
Yes.
So how do you take that individual sport where you're competing against each other, and then you bring it together when you need to for the team event? And how special is that, in that you're coming from those 2 worlds?
Well, it's extremely special because the people who pick the girls who go on to the Olympics, they're very, very wise, and they understand and they know what they're doing, so you have to completely trust them. But it's like they handpick these girls, and it's only 5 girls, and so many girls try out for the Olympics, and it doesn't work out. And so, I mean, being able to even get onto the team was a blessing, but it's like, I think the biggest thing that all of us really understood was that they picked us for a reason. They saw something in us that could help each other out. And so maybe if I'm not the strongest on vault, we have 2 other girls who are stronger on vault. And if these girls aren't the strongest on beam, then maybe I can help on beam. And it was just the way the team was built, it was perfect.
Do you guys get to pick the name for yourselves?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, we had it picked out for a month or 2, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
What's Tokyo going to be?
I don't know. That's, you got to be with the team to do that. You can't do it by yourself.
You do it in the moment.
Yeah, so I actually have a group chat with all the girls, and before the Olympics, we had it named Olympic Squad because we didn't know what else to name it, and I can't remember who. Someone said, oh, well, we should do Final 5 because it's the last Olympics that has 5 girls. And I was like, oh, that's very catchy. We got to do it, and everybody agreed. And also, it was Marta Crowley. She's the Olympic coordinator for gymnastics.
Right.
It was her last year, so.
Aw, I didn't know that with that. Is it true that Allie Raisman, who is all of 22 years old on the team, was called Grandma by y'all?
Yes.
I love that. She is old, because that's old. I agree.
So, as a gymnast, I mean, the average age, I'd say, like complete, just average would be 17, 18. So like 16 is like pretty young, you know, like it's like those early stage, the earliest you can go. And so you hear girls coming back at 19 and 20. So to come back at 22, that's like veteran. That's absolutely fantastic. And you also, there's this one other woman. Her name's Oksana Chesavitna. She's 40 years old, and she went to the Olympics last year.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
She's the queen. But but it's like Allie, to have her on our team, and her being 22, we called her Grandma because we were like, wow, you're old. I'd lay in bed, she'd like kiss my cheek. Okay, good night. Are you hungry? Do you need anything? She's always taking care of all of us. So.
Oh, she is. She's the mother hen of all of you.
She's definitely the mother.
I was interviewing her a few weeks ago, and she mentioned that she's going to probably train again for Tokyo 2020. And I was like, dang, if you were grandma at 22,
then you're going to be great grandma this time.
Yeah, great grandma.
It's so funny, and also we called her Grams for short because she loves her naps. So there was one day I'll never forget where we all woke up one morning, and we woke up, it must have been, I don't know, it was a later day. We woke up at like 8:39ish. We got to go to breakfast and whatnot. We ate breakfast. We came back. And Allie goes, okay, guys, can everybody please be quiet? I'm going to go take a nap. And I'm like, we just woke up. But she's known for that, and because she takes naps, we take naps, and it's just seeing, you know, good, I don't know, being able to reinforce good habits around everybody, it's definitely a good idea.
Oh, that's great. Did you, with all the craziness, and especially after you guys won, did you have a chance to enjoy Rio at all? Because I can see you, Laurie, in the middle of all those Brazilians doing your little dancing. I can see you out there.
No. We didn't, I think it was a time thing. I mean, we were really busy after the Olympics because we had a lot of media stuff to do, and I think there was one day we got to like go by the pool and hang out a little bit, but by the time our gymnastics competition was over, it was almost like the Olympics was over. So my favorite thing was closing ceremonies because it was just, I mean, it was pouring rain, and I'm dancing with like this poncho on, and it's really.
And you get it. I love the closing ceremonies as well because it's your one chance when you're done finally, where you can just be like, and you can meet all the different countries.
And every country is like that too. Yeah. So it's just, you just see like this sea of like this crazy amount of like diverse people jumping up and down and screaming because of the Olympics.
And swapping hats and
swapping hats. We did pin trading, so like we would have USA pins, and like China would have like Chinese diving pins, and we would swap with them.
Really so cool. You were a pin trader?
Yeah, I have like a solid 63 pins.
Did you have a vest? Because then you would be legit. Did you wear one of those vests? Have you seen those? They're crazy.
Like the Girl Scout.
Yeah. They go around with vests. You get one next time.
I'm gonna get a vest for the pin trading next time.
The thing I love too is if anyone saw Laurie at the Olympics, you know, it's this constant smile, and she's doing her routines, and there's, I mean, 16 years old, imagine the pressure of that, yet there is this constant grin on your face, and this joy and this enthusiasm to what you're doing, so much so, She has her own emoji, you know, right? You have an emoji app?
I have an emoji app.
And tell them your nickname. Tell them your nickname.
Actually, so because gymnasts are so serious, it's very good to be serious and focused because you can get hurt, which I have learned multiple times. But I think I also learned to enjoy the moment, and I found myself that when I was warming up for meets, I couldn't help but giggle because I was so excited. And people really...
How dare you?
How dare you giggle?
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't like that. But I think people really saw the emotion, and anytime I think anything, it really just comes out on my face. So they called me the human emoji.
And then an emoji app.
Yeah, and now I have an emoji app, so it's like me, but cartoon and iPhone version. It's really cool.
What's your favorite emoji face?
I really like the monkey one because it's like telling a secret, so...
How many emojis are there on there? I want an emoji.
There's
awesome.
quite a few. It's enough for, you know, if mom comes home and you haven't done the dishes yet, then there's this one. Or I'm trying to think, if someone surprises you and you didn't realize it, you just kind of...
Look how big your eyes get, too. And it's really good, too. I was checking it out. It's like exactly like that. Hello, fellow author, as I said. I Got This is a book she wrote. Tell them about the book and where the title came from. That's so cool.
So the book, I Got This, I basically wanted to share my story of my journey to the Olympics and you know, from when I started to up to all the way to Dancing with the Stars. And it was like, I think I just wanted to show my generation as well as others that I wasn't just born and then they handed the Olympics to me. I had to work very, very hard to get there. And because of how hard I worked, I was able to get that dream of going to the Olympics. And I had that in my head at such a young age, and I decided to do it anyways. So, and also I Got This came from, so I was, as a gymnast, I talk to myself right before I compete because I get really nervous. And so it's kind of like, fake it till you make it. It's like, okay, I'm cool. I can do it. I believe in myself.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. And then right before I went on the balance beam, I kind of looked at the beam and I was like, okay, I got this. And they caught it on camera and went viral. And I was like, this is perfect for a book title.
I got this.
I got this, yeah.
It's a fabulous GIF as well. Have you seen the GIF of it?
Yes, it's...
Thank you, Amy Van Dusen in the back, who pointed it out to me today.
It's my favorite, probably like video GIF picture of me.
Yeah, you turn and she goes, I got this. And then she goes and kills it.
Yeah.
You should use it. You talked about being nervous and having to say that, but for a 16-year-old, you seem like, and you said backstage earlier, which I thought was fascinating, is we were reading through some of the book, and she said, you know, I'm not that consumed on what people think about me. And I was like, oh my gosh, how healthy is that at 16, right? Because we all, at least I speak for myself.
Thank you.
You know, I fit in, you know, kind of anywhere I go. And I said, do you realize how awesome that skill set is in life? Because it takes people a lot of years to get to that. Where does that confidence come from?
I think it definitely comes from my parents, I think. My mom, she's a social worker. She's always telling me, okay, your job out of anything in the world is to help other people and to be kind to them and to just be the best person you can be. And my dad's whole thing was, okay, your job is to be respectful and to respect other people's opinions, but to also like respect people in general. And so my mom's thing is kindness, my dad's thing is respect, and I feel like I was able to get both of that and I guess just mix it together. But
hug them often?
Do I hug them often?
Yes.
I do.
Because that's great advice.
My nickname in the house is Monkey because I like to climb onto my dad and make him give me piggyback rides when he doesn't want me to. So,
aww.
I'm sure he loves it, by the way. Don't worry.
Yeah, because I mean, so many people fight for strategies of, okay, in that moment where you said, I got this, you know, it's a nerve-wracking. You've got the whole world watching. What are other strategies you use in the moment when the butterflies are kind of crashing into each other and you're like, okay, I'm going to be okay?
I think the best thing in the world that I had thought of would be to breathe. So many times it's like I get so caught up into what I'm about to do or what's about to happen next that I forget about myself in the moment. And so I'm so worried about what's going to happen that I don't realize that my heart rate is going up and that my hands are sweating and trembling. And when you have only 4 inches to work with, shaking is not a good idea. So I think just sitting there and reminding myself to take a deep breath and to kind of slow my heart rate down and just to breathe and be in the moment, that really slowed things down for me, and I was able to focus a lot clearer. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, so we got Olympic gold, silver, book, Dancing with the Stars winner, 16 years old. What do you do next? You should be like, I'm good, thanks. Life is good.
I'm out.
I'm out. Peace out.
I'm kidding. But, I mean, well, you know, I'm trying to get my driver's license. So I haven't really had the time to do that yet. No.
The biggest obstacle that Laurie Hernandez has had to face so far, getting her license.
Yeah, it's a nice car over there. But anyway.
Toyota's in here.
But yeah, definitely driver's license. I'm a junior in high school, so I still have 1 more year left. And I homeschool. I've been homeschooling since the 3rd grade, so that's been something that I've been able to maneuver. I always get the question of like, so are you actually doing school right now? It's like, yes, I'm doing school, and I'm looking forward to college in the future, and I want to act, so that would be really cool.
I think you should dance as well and act.
Yeah, it could be
musicals, a little Broadway. I don't know.
A dance actor, an act dancer.
You sing as well?
I can't sing.
You can or you can't?
No, I can't.
Oh, I was going to say, my God, woman, what can you not do? What? Okay, I haven't heard Tokyo 2020 yet, Laurie. Let's talk about it. Are we going for it?
Yes, I think
All
so.
right, that's what I wanted to hear.
I mean, I had such a good experience in 2016 with all the girls, and with it was like that beautiful moment of standing on the podium and realizing that all your hard work that had paid off. But I was like, maybe I'm willing to put in a little more work so I can feel that again. But yeah, I mean, speaking of gymnastics, I noticed you have some pretty awesome athletes on the wall right there. But I don't really see a gymnast.
Oh, are you calling us
I
out,
don't see a
Laurie?
gymnast.
I think you are. I like it.
I'm just saying.
Let's get some gymnastics kids up there.
I'm
Quick!
kidding. I'm only kidding.
Yeah, you should talk to Laura Gentile. She just had a baby. Laura, let's go. But you've taken now how many months off? 6 months post-Olympics?
Yeah, about that.
I don't know if you could call it taking it off because you're probably busier post-Olympics than you were, but I mean from training. So you'll take how much time off and then you'll get back in the swing of it?
Probably around the end of summer-ish. I mean, I'm taking it day by day because at the same time I've never taken such a long break off, and I'm still like letting my body heal because gymnastics is such a sport that really likes to crush everything.
Yeah.
So it's like just taking my time, but at the same time I do miss it a lot. So.
How hard is that to go from, because you have to take the break, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome too that you could do all these great things. So you've got another 3 years. But I mean, how hard is it to go from, you know, have you been in the gym at all training in terms of like gymnastics training? Or?
I mean, not gymnastics training. I do your average like jog on the treadmill and stuff.
I guess Dancing with the Stars is basically the same training too. It's a lot. That's
actually,
a lot.
Surprisingly, it was really hard.
Yeah.
It was muscles that I've never used before, and so constantly my calves and my shins were really sore. And even like there was one day where my hip was sore because when you dance, you have to have your hips like pressed up towards your partner, and when you do that for so long, it's like you get cramps. Like in your butt and stuff. It kind of hurts. But yeah.
So you'll be able to like bounce right back in there. You're going to be fine.
Thank you.
You're going to be fine. What are you most excited about for this next Olympics and for your sport?
Ooh. Well, the next Olympics, so the the squad of girls is now 4 all-arounders and then 2 individual eventers. I don't know what you'd call individual eventers, individuals, but
versus now it was 5, right?
now it was 5 basically all-arounders, and there were no girls who did individual events. But now they have that. But for the girls of 4, they make up a team of 4, and so if they go and they do the team event and they win a medal, those 4 girls get the medal, but the other 2 girls don't because they didn't, I guess, contribute in that way.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting, and so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I think that'll be a nice challenge.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that. You're like, bring it.
Bring it. Let's do it.
Great attitude.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but at 16, I was eating Cheetos on the couch. So, all right. Real quick, most pressing questions. Are you ready, Laurie Hernandez? Because our leadership panel failed on this one, I'm coming to you on it.
I'm ready.
Do you have, besides dancing, which is clearly a talent, do you have hidden talent?
Hidden talent.
I knew you would. Thank you. What is it?
It's really stupid.
Even better. Go.
Okay. Hold on. I can't laugh when I do it. I don't know how I found out I could do this one morning. I just woke up and I was like, I wonder if I can just...
Wait a second. Do that again so we can zoom in on that. Wait, one more time. Do it again. I can see it.
Okay, so... I walked up to my mom and was like, Mom, look what I can do. And she goes, why?
Because I can, Mom.
So that's my hidden
That
talent.
reminds me of something I do in the book, actually. Have you ever, because this would be hard for you because you're always smiling. Have you ever, this is something I do with my kids and adults all the time.
I'm ready.
Have you ever, can you laugh without smiling? See? No, you're smiling.
That's really hard. I feel like Darth Vader.
Okay, last most pressing question. Cubs or White Sox? Huh? That's when you say the New York Yankees. New York Yankees.
No, but I love everyone.
That's brilliant.
I can do that, right?
I love everyone.
I love everyone. I want everybody to win trophies.
All right, we have a couple minutes for questions. Any questions in the audience for Laurie? If not, we'll just dance for you guys. Or I'll just keep asking questions. There's one over there. Yes.
Sorry. Did you hear the question?
Why don't you re-ask it for
I'm
Facebook
just
Live?
asking about social media and just like all the stuff that might have been posted, positive and negative about you guys. Did anything ever affect you that like stood out, you know, as a 16-year-old that was just a little bit outside your comfort zone?
There are some things that, I mean, a nice big chunk of it is positive. I try to make like, I don't know what you'd call it, like fans? I don't really know what that would be, but just whoever's on my Instagram page or on Twitter page, I try to make sure that I'm reinforcing the positivity and like I just don't accept like disrespect and hate on my page. So usually I think all my followers know that, so if someone comments something a bit negative, you just see like 30 people like, don't say that to her, she's young, like, yeah. But I mean, besides that, it's a lot of it is on appearance, which is interesting, because you understand that someone is just sitting behind a screen typing that, but they would never say that to your face. So it's just understanding that that world is still weird.
How much do you talk to kids your age about that pressure? Because it seems like there's such a pressure at your age to appear perfect.
There is.
And
Jeez.
yeah.
I'm like, please, can we tone it down a bit? But I mean, there's definitely a big pressure in, like, especially for social media. You see a lot of people posting pictures by the beach and with their significant others, and suddenly you're like, oh, she has a perfect life, and you don't realize what's going on behind the picture. I mean, that was probably a 2-minute picture. You never know what could be going on with them in their lives. But it's social media. I feel like it's so easy to judge someone just from a photo, and that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
But
do you talk about that with younger kids and the importance of like realizing that that is not reality, by the way?
I mean, I do talk with like a lot of, I talk to like a wide range, I guess I would say, but a lot of times it hasn't been about social media, which is interesting, but at the same time, it's like social media is the perfect place to use that as a platform to speak about the things that you want to maybe change, or things that you feel good about, or you know what, if you feel good when you take a good selfie, post that selfie. Like,
right.
like go ahead, do it, but it's just, I don't know, it's very twisted.
But it has this, like you said, it has this great potential for good if we can just harness it that way. Last question, if we have it. Yes? Grab the mic for me so they can get it on the stream.
I should know better, right? You went into the Olympics as this really young, wide-eyed, not knowing exactly what to expect, and you've emerged as a role model for young women, for young Latinas like my 6-year-old daughter. How do you take on that role, and what do you do to make sure that the word gets out there and it stays positive for all these young girls?
Wow, that's a really good question. Well, I mean, I think that also, that goes back to my parents, because the way they raised me, I mean, my mom was always telling me, your goal in life is to go and help other people, and so it's like going into the Olympics, yes, I had worked so hard to do that, but at the same time, it was having this responsibility on my shoulders that, yes, I'm representing my country, and my job is to do that to the best of my abilities, and representing my country means representing my generation and representing all this other type of stuff, and so I think all of our goals is to inspire younger kids to try something new, and for them also not to be afraid to try something new and what other people tell them they can and can't do. So that was something that I just had to take a deep breath on, and you know, it's kind of like hoping for the best, but trying your hardest to make it happen. So.
To have the wisdom of Laurie Hernandez at 16 years old, what I would have given for that.
Aww.
A round of applause, please, for Laurie Hernandez. Laurie, thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Thank you.